Cool.
All right, we move on now to the Giants.
All right.
This should be it might be more difficult.
Man.
I'm not going to list all the names we have here. We'll just kind of do it the way we did it last time.
Yeah.
Like who's a slam dunk
Right.
from the 2000s got to be in the finalist list.
I go, again, I know that everybody out there is not privy to our computer here, but we have a column of guys, and I go to the right column again, and I want to say that there's 4 on the right column that I think have to be in. All right, Michael Strahan, he has to be in.
Yes.
Right? Justin Tuck, for my money, has to be in. Osi Umenyiora, same thing. I mean, they won 2 Super Bowls because of those 3 guys. I mean, they were, other than Eli Manning, they're the biggest things going. And then I look at Jason Pierre-Paul, who helped him win one of them, but went through a phase where, I mean, he was the best defense end in football for 4 or 5 years. So that's where I look at that group right there. And even though we got some impressive names we'll hit here on the offense, I feel like they were more staples of the Giants' greatness through those first 22 years.
Yeah, you've got 4 edge guys
I know.
already in.
Holy crap. It just tells you no wonder they won 2 Super Bowls.
That's
right?
true.
You know?
Tiki Barber.
Tiki Barber.
Yeah, Tiki Barber and Saquon Barkley. I combined them.
I tend to lean Tiki on that conversation. Again, we're talking about the player.
Yeah.
I think, first off, Saquon, the injury, it's still early in his career. Yeah, he hasn't quite got the support to show what he totally can do until last year maybe. So I think he gets crossed out. Tiki was special. He was a guy that could run for 1,000 and receive for 1,000. We can't let what he was or how he's viewed by the public, interfere in this. This is a football-only exercise. So just because some people didn't like him on TV or radio or how he said some things about Eli Manning at the early part of Eli Manning's career does not mean he gets taken off here. We're talking about football only.
Yep.
So that's where I'm inclined to keep him on there, at least for this moment here.
He's the team's, all-time leading rusher.
Exactly.
And
there you go.
some of those years were in the late 90s.
Late 90s, right. Yep.
Yeah, put him in the finalist group, for sure.
I think so. He was the main offensive weapon for a team that went to the Super Bowl in this year 2000, right? That was 2000.
Yep.
So that to me is where he stays. So at least for right now, we got 5. Now it gets into some interesting wide receiver conversation, Ahmed. What do you think
So,
here?
yeah, we should pick maybe the top wide receiver of this group. We've got Amani Toomer. We've got Plexico Burress, Hakeem Nicks, Victor Cruz, and Odell Beckham.
Man, that's some guys right there.
Victor Cruz, 7 years?
Yeah. Victor Cruz, he was, a camp buzz, undrafted, came out of nowhere, and, became a star of the team for a little bit there. Hakeem Nicks, man, we don't win the second Super Bowl against the Patriots without him and, the play he makes up in Green Bay and some of the things he did in that football game. I don't think anybody had more of I don't know, I'm going to say a direct effect for success for the quarterback and the offense out of any of those receivers maybe than Plexico. Plexico was a mismatch nightmare. I don't know. The more I sit here and look at this, the more I think we have our 5. I don't know if I think any of the receivers, even though they were all great, I don't know if any of them were great enough to be in the top 5 of the century conversation.
There's no one that stands out above the other one.
Right. If
They're
Odell
all
had
kinda
another
together.
year or 2 or 3 there in New York, I think he makes the list. But, it was a 5-year stint, and he was out of there. So that's where I kind of land on, I kind of seem to land on some of the old heads here.
I agree with you. Like, Amani Toomer's got some records, but maybe not
He's the
big.
man, right? Giants legend. But I mean, he's not winning. I think, but to your point, that's a nice
Correct.
thing. I think it's a good question.
He's not
going to
be the guy.
He's not going to be the guy. Nor do I think anybody would make him the final 2 or 3 guys out of the guys we've mentioned. I think we're on to something. I think that's fair. I know Chris Snee is in that conversation.
Guard.
Sean O'Hara, right, the great center. He'd probably be another guy that deserves to be in the conversation and their greatness and what they did for, the Giants football team. But I think we got the 5 there.
The most receiving yards in the 2000s for the Giants is Amani Toomer with 7,600. Right. Odell Beckham is a couple thousand behind them. But, yeah, I think the wide receivers, didn't make the final group. They're all great. worthy of discussion.
Right.
They should not feel bad that they're not a finalist in
This
this
is
team.
G-men football.
This is G-men football.
It's D-line and running back. It's the G-men.
Other names that Pete considered were Brandon Jacobs, running back, Jeremy Shockey, the tight end.
Man.
Antonio Pierce, the linebacker. So,
yeah,
some good names for the Giants.
Some great names. They got a lot of guys like that
Good
who are
teams.
like, next level stars here in the area. I mean, Jeremy Shockey, man, when he came onto the scene, come on, he was one of the first of his kind. If anybody, like, if you weren't around or you weren't, you were too young to remember, Jeremy Shockey came into the NFL and we were all like, who is this crazy dude that just runs over people and doesn't care about anything? I mean, it was amazing. He was a little bit Gronkish before Gronk, except maybe a little more, rock band way about him than Gronk, right?
You're right.
Yeah.
He got us ready for Gronk.
He
got
did.
us prepared.
It was a stepping stone.
The Gronk era.
Yo, thanks for watching, homies. It's the off season, but there's no off season for us here at Unbuttoned. Me, Ahmed Fareed, we're going to hit all the stories. So hit subscribe for us, okay? We got a ton coming up. My draft prospect rankings, my Simms top 40 quarterback countdown, and videos of me and NFL QBs playing catch and talking about their development and mechanics. Again, thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe. Peace out, homies. See you soon.